Yo, welcome back to another episode of On the Spot Sports. I'm Jack. Today's episode joined by very special guests, former Elmira River Shark for a quick stint and former NCAA Division III college athlete with Finlandia University and Mass College of Liberal Arts. And he also spent time with the EHL with for junior hockey, quite a few leagues, the EHL, the EHL Premier, the NA3HL, the GMHL as well. So I'm really excited to get Nathan Walerowicz on. So welcome to the show, Nathan Walerowicz.
What's going on, Jack? Thanks for having me on. Excited to
Yeah,
be here.
yeah, of course. It's been an episode in the making for the last couple of months. So I'm excited that we're able to get this show rolling.
It's about time we got this done. I've been very busy doing my other thing than hockey and helping out with the family business. So I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, there you go. But to start things off, like how have you been? Like busy times, like you just said, but like how are you?
Yeah. Um, well, life after hockey's been a little weird. It's been boring. I got into a little bit of coaching at the my former college, Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts, and I won't say that again during the podcast. But MCLA, I was lucky enough to get a chance to coach there after I was done playing, and that was uh, that was busy. But after I came home, it's just been pretty boring. A lot of people ask you to do a lot of things. You start to find out that a lot of people pay attention to what you do, and if you're not necessarily working, people have a long list of things that need to get done, and they're sometimes they're not afraid to ask you to do the little things. But after a while, it does pile up, I will say.
Yeah, I believe that. You just people just ask you randomly, can you do this, that, and the other? And
There's always something to be done in this world,
yeah,
especially when your family owns a business and your mom works full time. So there's a house to take care of, and always something.
yeah, always busy for sure. But you grew up in Sanborn, New York. So like, what was like growing up in Sanborn there, and really find the love for hockey?
Um, First of all, I love Sanborn. I still live here at my parents' house, and I would say basically my love for hockey started with NAG University's instructional program. Well, I have an older brother who played hockey, and I got my start for hockey at NAG University, and he played in their minor hockey program, which they're in Atlantic hockey. So it was just I don't know. Since I can remember, I was always at the rink hanging out and watching my brother and playing with my older brother. I have a younger brother, Josh, too. He came along and started to play hockey as well, but I think it was just in my blood since I can remember. And the Sabres were good when I was young, and I remember watching them, and they were magical. Briere and Jury. I was just thinking about the team in '05, '06, '06, '07, talking to my older brother about it yesterday. So I think they had a lot to do with it too. So I remember going to games and just watching games at home and how they were so good. So it was a great time growing up here in Buffalo as a kid with the Bills sucked, which was horrible. But the Sabres were good and just playing at Niagara, I don't know. It was just it was nice. It was a nice facility and the instructional program was run by this saint named Marge. So we uh we just all went there and learned to skate, all me and my friends, and that's really it as far as that goes. I don't know. That's just the start.
Yeah, there you go. So the hockey's the best sport in the world. So as soon as you put the skates on, you instantly fall in love with it, and what a journey it sometimes takes you on throughout the course of your career and through college, through juniors, and you played a game in Elmira with the River Sharks as well in pro. So what a journey it takes you on.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. It's just, to be honest, I'm just very grateful for everything that happened throughout my career. And like, I got a young start in the juniors when I was still in high school and I was traveling. And um, people will talk about the GMHL in a variety of ways. And certainly, it had those same reputations when I decided that I was going to go over there from double A hockey, 15U hockey. And it was it just the journey was just unbelievable. Just I'll say like as far as people that are looking to play at the next level or like someone that is doesn't want to be where they are right now, you have a chance. No matter where you are. If you're playing 18U double A, you can find a spot in juniors somewhere. Um, you have to work. You you have to be on the ice early. You have to get off late. And I think the second most important thing is if you're moving away from home, you have to form a relationship with your teammates and be a good guy. I've seen a lot of people not be a good guy, and those guys just don't end up lasting, even if they're better players at the start. So many talented players that were maybe some of them made commitments to college or something, and they were clearly better, more talented, faster, stronger, whatever it may have been. They just didn't last. So when you talk about the journey and you say that word to me in the grind of staying along that path isn't always straight.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me, believe me, it wasn't for me. But I enjoyed every moment of it.
Yeah, you just gotta take in the good and the bad, the struggle, the highs, the lows, everything. Like it all makes up the journey. Like you said, no journey is one straight line. You're gonna hit those roller coaster bumps, those bumps in the road, but
Absolutely.
you just gotta grind, put your head down and just grind into those moments because those really make the character in you and you like you said, like be a good teammate as well and you'll find yourself in places more times than not if you are a good person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could it's couldn't have been said better myself. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is. But like you took the junior path going from double A to find yourself, like you said, like the GM at first, and then you played Louisiana Drillers in the NA3, and then like you went on a journey through there, through the Niagara Falls Powerhawks in the NA3 as well. So like
Uh-huh.
what were those 2 years like for you just to get that start in junior
Oh,
hockey?
it was insane. I went to back to the GMHL for my second year of juniors for Niagara, and we had such like a good team that we kind of knew we were going to win the championship. Of a unique situation, but with the good team came the max age outs.
Yeah.
The 22-year-olds you were allowed to have like 13 or 14, I think it
Yeah.
was, and these guys were. I mean, some of them had ECHL contracts straight from the OHL. Like, it doesn't really make sense how they were there, but they were there, and these guys were good. You don't really realize what an honor it is to play in the OHL and like what it means to play in the OHL until you step on the ice with one of those players and you see 6'5" and can skate and has a bullet and is putting pucks tape to tape, not looking, and just dumb stuff. Like I realize the real true story is I turned a puck over in like game number 4 for Niagara that year, and we had won every game, and I got off to a hot start in the season, and basically my ice time went from playing 10 minutes a night to playing like sitting the bench for the next
Yeah.
four games, four or so games. Maybe I got scratched one time or something. And so I don't know why I was entitled and thought maybe because I was still so young, like I was still 18 years old, and I ended up leaving the team. And I didn't it was a tough decision. Like I was already there for a full year. I knew the trainers, the coach had come in. The coach was the biggest legend ever. His name's Terry Masterson. And I really can't explain like what was going through my head. It was a long time ago, and I went to Lockport Express for a little stint, but they were on a bad losing streak. The team wasn't that bad, some real beauties on the team, but we shouldn't have been on the losing streak. We almost won when I was there, and something like not there was just something off with the locker room, and I ended up like kind of going to play high school that year too. Like this is like November. I'm on my third team, like playing high
Yeah.
school. All my friends are, this is my senior year of high school. So all my friends are basically playing double A, some triple A, looking to go to states. And like it's a very weird time in the hockey world. Everyone's career's basically coming to an end. And then there's the people that are going to try and play juniors, and there's the people that are going to try and play ACHA, which is seemingly getting harder to play ACHA Division
Yeah.
One right out of high school now. You kind of have to play a year of juniors or something. Um, I'll say like high school was horrible. Like the hockey was, it just didn't work out. The coach wasn't bad. Like he played, he was good. The assistant coach played NCAA Division Three. Like these guys were more than qualified to coach. Their son was on the team. The head coach's son was on the team. Really, really good player, good dude. And like it just didn't work with me. I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't really get an opportunity, and it lasted 7 games, and it was basically miserable. Really weird time in my life as far as a hockey player. I wasn't what I am today, or what the people, even for the Philadelphia Revolution, like I'm not the same person I had to develop, and I just don't know. I can't really explain like what I was. Like I had friends, like I was nice to people, like I was still a beauty, but like I don't know if I fully didn't understand it. And of course my parents, who I love, they came into play and were like, "What's going on? You just came from junior hockey. Like, why aren't you playing?" And I got frustrated and quit right before Christmas break, which then led me to the rash decision in going to the Louisiana Drillers. 21 hours away, leaving high school, going to Penn Foster online high school, which like just was crazy. Like I remember being at Bonton with my mom the 2 days before I left, and she goes, "You're not going to pull out of this, right?" Like, I'm like, "No, like, I don't know." And I was scared
Yeah.
um, to death to go. And I don't know, my dad drove me down there, left me with a car, and basically it was probably a blessing in disguise that it was only 2 months because I remember missing home. Um, I believe I was only 17, actually, because I remember turning 18 when I was there in January. And then after that, it was only a couple weeks before my dad showed back up and we drove back up to Buffalo. And Louisiana was a fun time. The guys were so cool, like such beauties, and ownership was good. We had a sleeper bus. Like we
That's
won every
nails.
now and then. Yeah, the coach there was, I forgot what his name. Oh, Real Deal McNeil was the head coach's name. The best guy. Yeah, not he wasn't a fighter. He played in the dub for some I think Red Deer. Maybe he won a Memorial Cup. He might have won 2 Memorial Cups. Like this guy was legit. Like I
Yeah.
was like, what is going on right now? Um, but these Louisiana was a fun time. My billets were great. Like the Bajats, like they were awesome. The guys were cool. Like I don't it just wasn't like a great time in my hockey career. If you look at my points, I didn't have points everywhere. I had just a little bit like 3 points in 20 games in Louisiana. Like I kind of thought I would be better than that. And I guess maybe it was the wake up call that I needed
Yeah.
in order to like really think about like, am I gonna do this? And yeah, so that was Louisiana. As far as next year in the Niagara Falls Powerhawks, what the craziest year of hockey of my life. Like it's right down the road. It's like 10 minutes. I lived at home. I got traded there late in the summer. They had a new head coach. His name is Jason Hill. He runs clinics around here. He played pro, absolutely nasty player, just like 100 points in the Fed, um, 70 points in the SP right out of college, 150 minutes. Just like this guy also was he actually played with Real Deal McNeil from Louisiana. That's how I got traded back for probably a half bag of used pucks or something. I can't even imagine. But Coach Hill, I just call him Coach, but I'll refer to him as Coach Hill so
Yeah.
everyone can get a understanding. He worked us, worked the whole team. Our whole training camp was skating. I like I thought for a while, like after reflecting on the year, that he wanted us to quit because he didn't want to coach the team and invest the time.
Yeah.
Once he seen us, like he skated us twice a day, no pucks for 2 weeks for training camp. It was one of the craziest things ever. But Coach Hill, he believed in me personally. He gave me my first chance on the power play in junior hockey. My points went up a little bit. We did dominate some teams. There were some lopsided games where we were way better. There was also the number one team in the division was Binghamton. They were better than us, but we kept it close with them. We ended up losing to them in playoffs, which was a heartbreaker. But um, Niagara Falls was a tight team. There were some real good guys on that team, and we all did work extremely hard to be good and try and play like with intensity. That's really all Coach Hill wanted. He didn't really care if we were unbelievable human beings or made this pass or that pass. He didn't expect us to do that. He kind of just expected us to work hard and not be take dumb penalties and stick up for each other. And as long as we did that, it was going to be all right. So that's all I got to say about Niagara Falls. It is just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
But like you go through the journey and you learn so many different things throughout the journey, through teams, through different lessons learned, through adversity as well. So like what like you said like you didn't have the best few years of your career, your first couple years, but like what was that development like after you got a few years of junior under your belt and then
Yeah,
you're able to finally get things going again?
yeah. When the one of the reasons that I mentioned Coach Hill is because when I say he pushed us, he pushed me. He made me believe like in myself. Like I remember a month before the season, he called me and said, "I'm gonna have ice every day here at Hyde Park, where actually you just played, and I expect you to be here if you wanna be on the team." And we worked every day, and I had a good, really good summer training that year. Sorry, it was the next. I had a good summer of training. I didn't. It wasn't my best summer. Um, and he just worked like he just believed in me and worked with me and like there was early ice, just the opportunity was finally there with Niagara Falls where there was the reins. It was basically up to us. Coach Hill wasn't always there. He's a busy guy, and like that's like really where I got introduced to like Logar, and there was a couple other players, and we would all go out for early ice and it would just be as simple as playing 3-on-3, but we were having so much fun and like really just loving the game and I don't know, like working hard, developing our skills. And Logar basically was having 90 points that year, 80 points a year in that A3 and was looking for a Division three commitment. And he ended up getting that from Buff State, which was amazing for everyone. Like if you wanted to play Division three, you now believed that you could.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, you could see that he was clearly better, but like you knew that the dream wasn't too far away and you could be an NCAA hockey player if you really put your mind to it. I at that point when I was in Niagara Falls, I had already tried out for Philly Revolution in the EHL, so I knew what the EHL was and knew that after the year, as long as I had a good year, I wanted to go there and try and make the EHL team. That's it as far as Coach Hill. He wasn't afraid to bag us. He wasn't afraid to tell us the truth, and he He was one of a kind. He's really one of a kind.
Yeah, that's what you want is someone that's going to tell you the truth and like the honest truth right away instead of just sugarcoating it. You like
Yeah, no,
makes all of us better hockey players at the end of the day.
true.
Yeah, but like you said, like you joined Philadelphia Revolution that next year,
Yeah.
and you spent basically the rest of your junior career, besides
Uh-huh.
stint in New York with the Apple Corps, your final stint in junior hockey. Like, what was the last couple years like for you in
Yeah.
Philly's organization?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was the first time that I felt like, well, first of all, my first day I got hooked up with former guest Anthony Shrum as my roommate. That's my mom's
Beauty.
doing. Shrummer is a beauty. I like to take a little credit for his beautiness because when I first met him, he might not have been like that. As far as he was a little raw still with his
Oh,
thinking and what he
you
thought was
helped him with
appropriate
that.
or not. Which, if you play juniors for long enough, there's really nothing that's not appropriate, to be honest. But
Yeah,
Philly was like, it was good. It was good from the first day. Like we were expected to be at a certain level of sharpness every single day. And the players were just so good. Like so many. If you look at the roster, we had a guy commit to Plattsburgh, Trine, two guys to Elmira, UMass Dartmouth, Manhattanville, like Albertus, like just top 20 programs, just un good players, just
yeah,
so good. Like Trine was when I ended up playing them in college, like they just were unbelievable. They had a good rank and stuff. But um Philly was the first time when I felt like I could tell people what team I played for and what league I played for. Now, I did end up playing a couple games at the beginning of the year for the EHLP team. And I did get a little frustrated when I first got there, but I basically just I knew I had to stick with it in my heart, and like I didn't really want to go back to Niagara Falls. At that point, they were in the USPHL Premier, so it wouldn't have been a horrible decision, but could have derailed the career right there. So, yeah, Philly was awesome. Just the boys just living in apartments. Like we had seven guys in our apartment, and it was a great time. Something I'll never forget, and like I don't know. We had so much fun. And we won 20 games in a row to start the season. Like fair enough. And I remember we lost one game and we lost the 21st game to our rival 4-1 and the head coach John Roger said, "I'll see you guys at 6 a.m. for a bag skate." And I was like, "We just won 20 games in a row." Like that was the standard though.
yeah,
So it was a pressure filled place. The GM, Chris Canale, he was a super good guy, like unbelievable, intense. Like they were just the best. I will say that the year that I got traded in my second year, I wanted to go back and I asked for the trade out of there. They just weren't playing me. I went to the HL to be a college hockey player and try and get a commitment from a Division III school. So I asked for the trade to Apple Corps, and that was just plain out simple. It took a couple weeks. They treated me right. The Philly Revolution aren't there anymore as far as an organization, a junior organization. They still have a youth organization, but it was what a time. What a time. I appreciate them so much for giving me an opportunity to
yeah.
play for the team. And I still have the jerseys hanging up, and I love looking at them. They're so cool. So thanks, John. Thanks, Mr. Coach Roger and Chris Canale.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like that's a way to end your junior career is going to a good organization like that in Apple Corps, and then you find yourself committing to Finlandia University, NCAA Division III.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want to commit to NCAA Division III. So like, what was it like committing to Finlandia and getting that first year started?
Yeah. It was COVID. It was really weird. Um, you, I had this thing where like if I was whenever I went to a new team, I was always advancing when it came to my junior career, and I lacked confidence. So Finlandia was a tough one for me. Like I didn't mind Finlandia or the fellas, and like I was a beauty by then. Like I maybe like that's the wrong thing to say. I was a team guy by then,
Yeah.
through and through by the time I got to Finlandia, and like the whole Finlandia team was team guys. So we were just like hanging out, and as far as hockey wise, like it wasn't that easy. There were times when I felt like I couldn't make a tape to tape pass where I had just come from the Eastern Hockey League and 5 years of juniors where I every day I was making tape to tape passes. So it's like it doesn't always make sense when I think about Finlandia, but I really developed a work ethic there and like made a real commitment to hockey. In the first year, I was waking up early, going for extra workouts, not hanging out with the boys too late, really going to bed and not having too many beverages. Like I'll just say that Finlandia was tough at the start, and um, I'm obviously appreciative for the head coach there was named Joe Burkar, Coach Burkar. I'm obviously appreciative that he gave me a spot on the team and allowed me to go there. And college was unbelievable. Like 3 years at Finlandia, I was gonna go back for a fourth year. It's too bad that they closed. Some of the teachers and the personal relationships I had with that I had formed with my teammates, my coaches, my teachers, like my advisor, um, it was just unbelievable. It became family,
Yeah.
and I'm more than appreciative for it and wouldn't trade it for the world. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a lot to learn throughout those 3 years. And like you said, like you developed that work ethic there too and really like put that work in throughout your 3 years there. It's like what was like the biggest thing you learned throughout those 3 years about just like your work ethic and really committing to that hockey?
yeah. If you find yourself behind the eight ball, such as I did, you have to put in extra work. Just plain out simple. Like it's not. Um, if you decide you want to play Division three, like so many times, like if you finally are lucky enough to get an offer from somewhere, a coach is going to say it's a 4 year plan. Like I don't. I played for two different schools under two different coaches that I respected. I didn't see that. It was every year the freshman came in, got the opportunity, and it's either they ran with it or they sank. And most times, unfortunately, if they sank, even if they were the good dudes like beauties, they weren't on the team that much longer. Finlandia was a tough place to play. So was MCLA, but it was just like. uh, what I learned, I mean, I don't know. You can't stop. There's going to be bad times, good times, and like I scored a goal when I was at Finlandia. That was one of the greatest accomplishments in my life. Like I scored a goal in the NCAA against Lake Forest College, December 4th. Like I still remember it, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. It wasn't so much longer, or it wasn't so much like time before then that I was sitting in Louisiana with 3 points in 24 games, and my father asking me if I wanted to go into a trade school and like suggesting that I should go into a trade school. So it's just like you just have to believe in yourself, and you have to be willing to work and set other things aside. And that's really what I did. I can't express like how grateful I am for the opportunity, but there's a lot of work in between there. Like,
Yeah.
and you have to be a good guy. You have to be a good guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to. Like you don't see all the struggle, the hardships and everything like that. You just
no,
see like what you put on the ice during the game, but like it's hours of practice, hours of being in the gym, being
yeah,
being
and
at
like I wasn't
practice.
a
Yeah.
gym rat. I wasn't a gym rat by any means. I'm not like the career's been a little tough on my body since I stopped as far as like what I've been eating. And like I never looked in shape. I was never the jacked one. Like I did work out and work hard
Yeah.
and I got to points where I was I don't know, squatting 315, doing the average numbers, maybe a little higher on the squats and stuff. Like nothing crazy. Like it's just like I don't know, you do have to work hard and there's a lot of time that people don't see like what's going on and really what's being said to you in the yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I get it for sure. But like you said, like you had good times throughout Finlandia. And so then after your 3 years at Finlandia came to a close, you went to Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts for your last year, where you
Yeah.
got played 21 games. Like what was this? Obviously, like you said, like the Finlandia closed, so you had to transfer somewhere else. So
Yeah.
you went there. It's like, what was the last year of college hockey like for you?
21 freshmen, one sophomore, one junior, and I was the only senior. That's I'll just start with that. It was special. It was special. It was the first year that MCLA was starting a program, and they had a program in 2000, 2001. And if you, they were called North Adams State back then. I think they were kind of animals back in the day. Like, they were so big of animals, they might have changed the name of the school. So that people didn't have this perception of what was really going on there. It was not like that anymore. The hockey team was there was an aura about us at MCLA, and we had our fair share of parties, but we weren't doing any of I mean, the alumni when they came back, they told us about pushing dumpsters in the middle of Main Street and stuff, just streaking, all this crazy stuff, like stuff you would never even think about doing
No.
now. Um, as far as MCLA goes, I'll start with Finlandia. The Finlandia guys all went to University of Dubuque, and I was on that trip with them, the core that wanted to keep playing hockey at the NCAA level. Um, I love those guys. I'm really, I, it was a hard decision not to go with you guys, but just, I don't know, there was something telling me that I didn't belong there. So I looked into MCLA and messaged Coach Katz, and we got it done. As far as him telling me that he wants me to come play there. The boys there were awesome. I called all the freshmen before the year to like let them know that who I was and that I was the senior and that it would be all right and I wasn't going to try to like uh, make them wrestle each other or something.
Yeah.
I was like, there's 20 of you guys and one of me, so there's no reason for us to really do anything here. Just help me out as much as you can, and I'll help out. And let's just get this done for the first year and build something good.
Yeah.
And I believe we did that. Coach Ketz was the coach at MCLA for the first year, and the second year took the team to a conference championship. He's not there anymore. But he was a great guy, completely understanding, just really just making the most out of the resources he was provided. Like we didn't have a locker room. There was just some things like that were not status quo yet for NCAA. But we did our best. And the team, the leadership, excuse me, the leadership over there at MCLA is Connor Nagy and Shane Green, like and Easton Moore. Like there's not three better guys that could lead a program and they all bring something different to the table, and I would say they're all their quality that they all share is their work ethic
Yes.
and the way that they just um, tackle each and every single day with a full uh, intensity and willingness to do whatever it takes to win. And so I really respect them for that, and I love those guys. I'm going to go back in a couple months for Nagy's senior night and I can't wait to see the boys. So yeah, the MCLA is it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. And you started to build something good there too. You're when you were there and you set the tone when you were a senior, so set the tone for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
just continues to get better and better.
I don't know about me setting the tone, but I certainly tried to direct people in the right direction,
Yeah.
and I maybe set the tone for some of the off ice activities, I guess, when I was there. Maybe we could say
Set
that.
the tone for something.
Yeah, yeah. Rookie party. They'll like this banana man. That's all I got to say about that. If the boys listen, they'll like that.
Uh, yeah, you gotta have a good time, whether it's on the ice, off the ice. You gotta have a good time no matter where you are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's crucial. It's
Yeah,
crucial.
absolutely. But you also had a stint with the Elmira River Sharks for a game. It's like how'd that come up after your senior year?
Yeah. Um, my brother played hockey and he knew a guy that played with the head coach of the Elmira River Sharks, Tyler Jurich, and the guy he knew played Division One at AIC and had a respectable career in a way. And so I'm not really sure like how my brother went about it, but the guy was a customer at my brother's business. And my brother kind of texted him and knew him well enough to text him and ask him if he could reach out to Jurich for me. And luckily for me, the guy was more than willing to reach out to Jurich, and he actually kind of became my agent for like 15 minutes. And basically, Jurich was like, "Yeah, we'll give him a chance, like no problem." Like, and Elmira was close to last in the division at the time. So I don't know. It was also early, like the season finished. We weren't making playoffs. Everything had to work out perfectly for me, basically. Um, and it did. And I got to go to Elmira. The only problem with the whole situation was that I was only able to stay a week.
Yeah,
And so I wanted to stay longer. And like now, that's not to say they would have had me longer. Um, I'm not sure about that. That's not my decision. But my teachers at MCLA, with it being a new program, completely did not understand. They almost like didn't believe me when
yeah,
I kind of had to like ask them. And I made a promise to my lovely parents that I would graduate um, college. And I'm pretty sure, my mom was really, really crossing her fingers, hoping that I would. So I wanted to fulfill that promise and didn't want to drag it out into the summer
yeah,
to play in the Fed. So I was with Elmira for a week. The guys were beauties. There's some guys that are still playing in the Fed for good teams that were on that team. And like, I think they got the short end of the stick. As far as the talent they had and what kind of team they could have been, they could have been much better, in
yeah,
my opinion. Um, I don't know. It was a dream come true. My only real goal once I made it to college was to play in a professional game and um, have my brother be there, my older brother. My younger brother had been long gone from hockey. He didn't know what college or what level I played at. My older brother I talked to every day for 10 years about what was going on and how I was feeling. And like, I really owe so much to him. Um, so I just, my only goal was just to have him there and just look at him. Honestly, I didn't even care if I got a shift. Like I obviously wanted a shift and
yeah,
wanted to score and do all this stuff, but like realistically, it didn't matter to me. It was just I just needed to be there, and it was just the ultimate test of the grind, the journey, like we talked about. We can go back to that anytime
yeah,
and at any point. But like this was the trio. Like I think I was just sitting there in pure shock during the national anthem, and the funny part about doing this interview is that I really haven't thought about this too much. It's been long enough that I can think about it and like not be like not really show any emotion, but it's been short enough that I I haven't thought about it, and I really haven't taken this deep of a dive. And I do talk to a lot of people about hockey, but I try not to speak about anything that I did. And I certainly don't want to come off as being cocky or arrogant. Like there's no reason for that. And
Yeah, no.
realistically, so many things had to go right for me. And if I could help anyone out in any way, just play the game, I would be very happy and willing to. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Elmira was fun. Thank you, Tyler Church, for letting me play in a game and bringing me in. Uh, and then basically the next morning, I was back off to school and sitting in an exam by noon, and which I failed miserably. Didn't study, didn't do a lick of work when I was there for a week, but I caught back up eventually and graduated with somehow good grades. So I just got it done.
Hey, you graduated, you lived the dream, made your debut in a professional hockey game. Like you did it all, did what you could, and like that just goes back to like you said, the journey and the grind, and really like giving it everything you got too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure how much longer you want to go here, but I do. If this is it, or you need to go, I do have a few like closing remarks if you don't mind.
Go for it. Love
Uh,
to hear it.
well, as far as hockey goes, like I just want to thank my teammates. If anyone listens anywhere, I created some of my best friends in life, and um, so many just great guys that you don't know when you're helping somebody else out or whatever it is. And like you guys just being there and getting to share and go through the grind with you was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And I'm forever grateful that I did it. Love most of you guys, and I like some of you. Um, the coaches that are coaching minor hockey and like that coached me. I've coached since a little bit, and I coached like a couple times over my junior career, youth kids and stuff. Why do you guys do that to yourself? You should stop. But I appreciate you guys so much, and um, I can't even think about like what that was like and dealing with parents. Like Jesus. Um, to if my own brother listens to this, thanks, man. Both my brothers, you guys are awesome. Um, my mom drove me around a lot when I was a kid, and all the way up until juniors, we went to tournaments together and summer showcases. Uh, appreciate you, Mom. And as far as anything else, I think the most important lesson when it comes to hockey is to please never forget that you have to be a good teammate or you will not go anywhere. If you
Yeah,
make it somewhere, you won't last long. And that's really what got me through. So I'm I don't know. Just thanks, Jack.
yeah, that's some really good advice to cap the episode off. Good words. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time, and it was a lot of fun chatting with you and just having you go through your career as well.